What is going on, YouTube? It's Dagreenshiz back again with another video. Actually buying collections. Let's talk about it. As you just heard, you heard it correct. I am back in the market and actually this week purchased 3 collections from a place I've never purchased them ever before in my life. So somebody, PokeFresh, had asked me inside of my Discord. He's like, hey, have you ever, or where do you source collections? And I had not really thought about it much, but and then when I started thinking about it, it immediately went to Facebook. Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups were literally the only 2 locations I've ever purchased collections from. Not Instagram DMs, not eBay, not Buy, not Mercari. None of those locations I've ever purchased a single collection from. I figured it's time to make a change. This week, in my whole flipper mentality lately, this year's going to be a freaking banger. Stay tuned. Actually went on eBay and I was searching collections for the first time probably in my entire life. I know I've gone on eBay before searching different collections and stuff, but it seems like I had mentioned in my podcast that is uploading today. If you need to go check that out, but it's linked down below in the description. Go check out the podcast with Professor Oak. What are you doing? But yeah, so buying collections. This collection, like I said, I think it's way too saturated right now. It's tough to find and source collections on eBay, which is kind of the reason I've never really tried doing it. It seems freaking insane. You could filter for certain dollar values or whatever you want to do, but every time I see one of those collections, it just seems way outrageously priced. Lots of issues with it. But until this week, something has changed. I actually sat down, dedicated literally like an hour and a half. That's it. On my phone. I was on my phone looking at this stuff. Searching for collections on eBay. Didn't even try Facebook, because Facebook was more luck of the draw. Being there when it got listed and snap buying it or hitting the guy up, being one of the first DMs. I don't spend that much time on Facebook anymore, and I don't plan to. It's kind of it's a big time suck for sure. eBay is a little bit different. I don't have to be there right when it gets listed, even though that would help. But I see it a little bit differently on eBay. So now I'm on eBay looking at these collections, trying to find something that sparks my interest. So I'm looking Yu-Gi-Oh! I was looking at some Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. Obviously, I was looking at some Pokemon as well. But Yu-Gi-Oh! It seems I was finding a little bit better things. And for the value, for the price, things were being listed. Ended up buying 3 collections this week between today, yesterday, and the day before, ranging from $100 is one of them, $1,200 is another one, and $6,000. 3 collections in 3 days. None of them I have to show you today, unfortunately. This is a teaser video in a sense, but between the $1,200 one and the $6,000 one, there was a total of 1 eBay feedback. One of them, the $6,000 one, was 0 feedback seller on eBay. The $1,200 one, person had 1 feedback on eBay. And the $100 one, the person had a decent amount. They were selling things there frequently, semi-frequently. So that is of course a huge concern. I came across the collection. I'm like, whoa. The pictures were pretty bad. The description was really bad. The title of it was pretty bad. But I saw a couple things that in the pictures piqued interest of me. I'm like, dude has got some bangers. So when you have a 0 feedback page, your maximum sale price is $3,500. So he had a starting bid of his collection roughly around $3,500. So I inquired. I was like, hey, interested in buying. Let me know when this doesn't sell. I basically was blunt with him. I was like, when this doesn't sell, because I knew the pictures, everything was trash. Nobody was going to buy it for $3,500. and it had a reserve price. Nobody was placing a bid on this thing or touching it with a 10-foot pole. I was like, when this doesn't sell, hit me a message. I'm interested in buying. So 6 hours passed because it was closing that day. Dude hits me up, the zero feedback seller. He's like, hey, what do you want to do? I'm interested in selling it. What do you want to do? I'm new to this. Let me know. So I say, send me some pictures, blah, blah, blah. Send me a list, and he does it. He sends me everything. No quality pictures showing condition of any cards, but I have an idea of what is inside of the collection. And through sending messages with a zero feedback seller, building some type of reputation, kind of reading the room, giving you a sense of kind of what I'm doing, trying to feel this dude out. Is he really pushing? Like, is he pushing me to get the money? Does he want the money ASAP? Like, it does. I'm not getting those vibes from him. And actually, because eBay limits, he cannot make. I was like, hey, we end up coming to a deal. He wanted X price. He originally wanted $8,000. He wanted $8,000. I was like, my initial offer. He didn't give me a price. I went through his entire listing, his pictures. I got 2 condition pictures, 2 cards showing the condition of 2 cards of probably like $1,000. I was like, I need to get a sense. Send me condition of these 2 cards. He sent them. So then I'm like, dude, okay, they look pretty good. I'll give you an offer later today after work. Basically, I offered him $5,500, and he's like, hey, really looking to get $8,000 out of this. I'm like, damn, we're pretty far apart. This isn't probably going to happen. Ended up coming back to him. I was like, hey, I looked at it again. Literally too much risk. The best I can do is $5,750. There's a whole lot of different things going on in here. Like, I don't have enough condition pictures to warrant paying more money. Really scared. Like, I still at $5,750 can clearly lose my balls if the conditions come back way worse than what I'm hoping. And it's a zero feedback seller. I'm literally risking everything. Like, it's literally a gamble. The dude comes back, how about $6,250? I'm like, all right, we're like $500 away. Let's put it at $6K, call it a deal, and we close the deal. $6,000 was done. Now, how do I pay the man? That's the next problem. eBay won't let him sell anything over $3,500. So we need to go outside of eBay. Dude didn't have an Instagram. So I'm like, all right, this is strange. But also not strange at the same time. Dude never had an eBay. So if you don't have an eBay, likely you don't have an Instagram, just because Instagram is a little bit more niche than eBay. I'm guessing one of his friends said, hey, just sell it on eBay. The dude was like, all right, I'm going to sell it on eBay. And made an eBay and literally listed his thing to sell it. And here we are. And yeah, so pretty much closed the deal at $6,000. He created an Instagram so we could message back and forth. Then I was like, all right, how do you want to receive payment? Do you have PayPal? He's like, no, I don't have PayPal. I'm like, great. This is going great. Now this dude he created an eBay in like 24 hours. He created an Instagram that day. Now he's creating a PayPal because he had Cash App. So this was like the next green flag. He was like, hey, I have Cash App. I'm like, nah, bro, we ain't doing a zero feedback seller Cash App sale. Would not be the brightest thing you've ever done in your life. So I didn't do that. Basically, he set up the PayPal account. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Sent him the $6,000 goods and services. Fully broken down description. Good to go. I have now my seller guarantee, seller coverage, or not seller, buyer coverage. He's got seller coverage. He's got to upload the tracking number. We're all good. Things are looking great. You would think everything's going to go well. I'm hoping it is, but you never know. With zero feedback seller, I don't know how he does good with shipping things. Shipping $6,000 plus a merchandise is absolutely effing terrifying, especially if you haven't done it before in yourself. So I'm scared to see how I could receive these goods. Similar case for the $1,200 collection. I don't know how much this dude has sold. Like I said, he had one feedback. getting these $1,200 worth of items. I cannot wait to show you guys these things. I'm not really going to divulge too deep into them. I'm going to do full-blown videos opening the packages and going through them. They won't be short videos. They will be freaking awesome videos. Kind of just remembering what I just purchased, going through it. The goal in the end of it is flipping it, though, and this is going to be the hard part for me because Yu-Gi-Oh! I love to collect it. Flipping it has never been much of a thing. There is a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Going on here, but there's also a very large Pokemon thing coming through this item, this collection purchase. So I'm really looking forward to getting that. And man, it's going to be tough not to want to hold it because I've never had one of any of these. Any of these items in this $1,200 collection I've never had. So it'll be really cool to have them, and it'll be tough to sell them. And it probably will happen because I want to challenge myself this year to do a little bit more flipping and less collecting. I'm going to still, obviously not selling my Zapdos cards, I've mentioned it, but when I buy awesome things like this, the value of these things I'm getting could be well above $6,000 and $1,200 and $100. But I got to challenge myself to go get it, essentially. Right now, it'll be an L, right? It'll be just be cardboard in my house until that turns into dollar signs, and that'll take a lot of work. But right now, the $6,000 collection is closed. It's moving. The dude literally created PayPal out of thin air and Instagram, which was crazy. I was like, this ain't going to happen. The dude had to make an Instagram and then a PayPal. Like, wow. Like, the number of hurdles I had to do with this one dude was pretty freaking crazy. Me and him are like freaking brothers now. How many freaking... haven't talked to him or anything, but the number of messages through eBay was substantial. So, shout out to that zero feedback seller. Sorry you're not going to get your first feedback on this. I'd love to be that guy. I almost want him to list something for $1 so I could buy it and give him an amazing feedback for that $1 item. Assuming this goes good, that would be really cool, but should be getting those this week. Today, I'm recording this is only Tuesday. All of the items have been purchased and are either in transit coming to me or will be tomorrow. So, let us pray. Let us pray. I probably should have gave the dude $50 to ship it overnight. That should have been a play. Didn't do that. But it is what it is. So, ecstatic. Love looking through collections. It's been a long time since I purchased it. I don't even know the last collection I purchased. I purchased like a lot of cards. I wouldn't even call it a collection. It was a lot. Like, not a lot, but a lot. If that makes sense. It was like 1,000 or 500 LOB first edition cards and like a couple hollows in there. Just random stuff. So this will be cool going through it. Kind of love like talking when I was talking to Professor Oak. I love the surprise of the collection when you're going through those binder collections and they have like multiple cards behind them and it's like a mystery pull game. You pull the front card. Oh, there's a different hollow. Oh, there's the same hollow. Multiples, and you didn't even account for it when you were assessing the value of the collection. That is some of the funnest stuff. So I'm looking forward to kind of go through the binders on the camera with you guys so I can kind of experience that with you. And if you're not able to purchase these types of collections, I hope you get some joy out of checking it out, seeing the process. Not here to flex on people. Again, this YouTube was created just so I can remember the journey that I'm on. And I'm looking forward to recording these collection purchases and sales and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that one. This is going to be an awesome week, an awesome year. Here's the flipping. Y'all have a good one. Peace.